Hey everybody, what's up? It's John from Valley Farm. I'm sure you're real surprised because you're on the Patreon channel here, but you know. All right. So I'm going to walk you guys through some of my, just a short video here on some of my cilantro and steps. I have been having some issues with cilantro, and I'm always trying new stuff with it, and I have limited success for a period of time and then it dies out. Recently I had a lot of problems with cilantro because I had a soil problem, which caused problems with everything. So then I went to a grow tent for a little while because I thought that it was the dry out from the seeds that was an issue. Let me show you some of my seeds that are in germination right now. I'll get this new video gimbal, and it's like weird. It's like auto moving, and it's like not right. But anyway, so here's some that's in real early germination stage. See if I can make this thing turn. There we go. All right, and as you can see, there are some roots, and they're starting to root in. And what was happening was I was planting and then putting it right into the tent, and at that stage, or a little before that, let me put that cover back on, and it looked wonderful, and then it was coming out of germination, and it had this weird understory of rot within 3 days, and I would get like 70% growth still, and it looked like it was doing well, but underneath it was bad. So when I would cut it, it would be like really funky. So like, hold on, let me come over here and show you some of the better looking stuff. Yeah, when I cut it, I have to pick through it. So anyway, I've been having some success just doing my old soak, you know, the seeds for 6 hours, and then sanitize right at the end of that 6 hours, or the beginning, whichever one. It doesn't seem to matter if you soak in the beginning or the end. And then, sorry, let me think here. Let me get my train of thought. Soak for 6 hours, sanitize for like 5 to 10 minutes with peroxide, and then I'm germinating, and I'll show you the tubs. You've seen them before. In a covered container in a colander, though, so it's up off the container. It's not just sitting there, covered. And then I visit that daily and check on it. And what's going on is I'm getting a funky mold in the stuff that I have right now, but it doesn't seem to be affecting the actual growth. It just looks weird when it's germinating, and it's getting a weird funky black thing that I'm going to show you, and it doesn't seem to affect anything, so I'm rolling with it. But I am sanitizing a little more than I normally would. So I'm sanitizing at like day 2 and like day 3 maybe, and then at day 4 now I'm just planting when I get little 1/4-inch tails, not even, I'm sorry, 1/8-inch tails of root. So these ones, I've been getting a lot of success with that. These ones here, let me spin this thing around. There we go. Are looking pretty good. See? If I can turn this thing. All right. And yeah, as you can see, we have good germination. So as you see, those look good. All right. Then we're going to come over here. I'm going to show you some of the ones that are. These ones are ready to harvest, pretty much, and these are at day 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. So we're at 2 weeks, and they're looking beauteous, right? And it's all the way across. I know that the lights aren't on, but they look really nice. Anyway, so let's go over to those seeds I was talking about. Check it out. We have seeds that are just sitting in water. Now these are getting ready to be sanitized, and I don't know if it comes up in the camera, but they look a little dark colored to me, which is not normal. I'm going to grab my peroxide, and I'm going to pour some in there. That's how much I measure, and then look at that go. So it's pretty nuts. Like, and what you're going to see here with me is that there's going to be like a black film that forms on these. See how it's like a dark color to it? It's really weird, man. And it gets like this black. It's the same color as the funky mold. See that? But, and I was really concerned, and for a little while I was like, maybe that's why I'm having problems here with my cilantro. Obviously, I would think that, but it doesn't seem to be an issue. As you can imagine, I was thinking that that was the problem with my poor germination and stuff and my poor growth. But it turns out that it wasn't, because I got another package of seeds from Kitazawa. I just got a pound, and I did a test run, and that test run is actually the ones that I just showed you. They're about 1 inch tall. They're still covered. Those ones, the second ones I showed you, those things are my test run from Kitazawa, and they had the same black weird mold going on. So I'm assuming it was something to do with the crop of seeds that year or something along those lines. And it is some kind of fungus, because there's absolutely a mold in there. but it's dying when I sanitize. So I thought that might have been the source of my mold, and I'm going to do a whole video here on mold soon. Now that I'm sure I've figured out what the problem was with my situation that I was having. But yeah, so here, check this out. Look at this. Look how funky it is. Oh, turn. I know, it's like not the easiest thing, but I swear it'll be clear and it won't be as jumpy. See how weird that is? It's like black. I hope it comes out as good on the camera as I can see it. But yeah, it's really weird, man. Anyway, that's what I have going on with the new seeds. And but they're growing fine, as you can see, once I just went back to my old process, which, like I said, is just soak 6 hours, sanitize 10 minutes, sanitize 1 or 2 more times in there, unfortunately, because of that weird black mold. Maybe it wouldn't do anything, but I'm just doing it as a precaution. Plant with 1/8-inch tails, cover, mist daily. That's like the thing I'm doing right now to really overcome my dry out. I'm misting them every day, especially in the beginning. Once they get to that second stage, I told you don't have to mist. I have been here and there, but you could skip that. With these ones that I showed you that are just seeded, they look like, I'm misting those every single day, okay? And that's really making a difference. Sorry. Ugh, hats. That's really making a difference on the seeds and on the growth, as you can tell. So, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. I've had 2 really nice batches that I've harvested. I've got that one over there that's going to go to harvest tomorrow and Friday, because those will sit there till Friday and still be fine. I got that one behind it. I've got more behind that. I've got more I just showed you. I've got it in a nice rotation. So I'm happy to have cilantro back in the lineup. We actually sell $300 to $500 worth a week of cilantro. So it's definitely worth growing if you can get it done. Anyway, guys, thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. Just want to do a quick video on my cilantro in the stages that it's in right now. At some point, there'll be an instructional. I just want to prove this method out before I go ahead and say, hey, here's officially what works, because I have thought I've gotten it down before, and then human error or outside factors have ruined that. So, who knows what it was, but, whatever. Here we are. Here we are, man. The ongoing fight and struggle of microgreens and growing indoors against nature. So, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate your support. We'll see you.